What are your thoughts about how that situation near the church was handled and the president's call for military use in this country domestically?
Sure. So if heavy-handed tactics using tear gas to clear a crowd just so the president could attend an event or speak somewhere, again, I don't know the exact details and who made that decision, why that decision was made. We're seeing video of it now, but if that's in fact the case, just for that sole purpose, then one might consider that a little bit excessive, for sure.
John, so we're hearing the president saying that he would like, if the governors, in his words say, if the governors fail to control the situations in their own cities, he says that he will deploy the U.S. military. Our governor, Governor Pritzker, is saying that that would only inflame the situation. What do you think about that strategy?
Well, I heard the speech as well, and I think, we already have a National Guard on site here in Illinois and elsewhere, all across the country, already deployed. So there's a myriad of logistical issues bringing in United States military to major metropolitan areas and other areas to back up law enforcement. One, the rules of engagement on use of force and other tactics are extremely different between law enforcement and the United States military. The tactical language to start with is much different. So if they were trying to communicate with each other on the street and what they're saying to one another, it's totally different training. And then there's a communications logistics. There are not enough radios to go around to provide, to be in communication with law enforcement agencies between the law enforcement officers already on the street and the military if they were to come. So I think that's just a lot of talk from the president right now. I don't actually think we'll see that happen here in Chicago or elsewhere in the United States.
John, from the looting that we saw this weekend, and was this a matter from a police perspective of not enough people because they didn't expect all that, or was it the tactics that they used? I think people may be wondering, what are we going to do differently the next time this happens?
Well, it's really hard to say, Larry, because again, this situation has been, as we see, so fluid and spanning the entire city of Chicago, and now bleeding out into the suburbs. So it's just an extremely hard situation to handle logistically, where to deploy the manpower, when to deploy the manpower. These people are moving and roving, and as you see, many organized groups who, in some cases, were using their own tactics to outsmart the police and move about the city and cause damage. As they're responding to one area, you see another area starting to have issues. So moving those resources is extremely difficult in these cases. Mm-hmm. As I've said before, they will do an extreme after-action report, find out what things they can do better. God forbid we ever have to deal with this again. And that's all they can do. And again, it's not unique to Chicago. Chicago police. This has been happening in every major metropolitan city across the country. They all seem to be a little bit back on their heels, dealing with the large amount of rioters and looters, and then providing First Amendment rights for the people who are protesting, lawfully. So it's an extremely difficult task.
John O'Malley, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thanks, John.
Absolutely. Take care, guys.